Hello again and welcome back to another one, and today we have a couple of topics to cover that continues the drama that Kendrick Lamar kicked off with his verse on Like That in 2024, and following JCole's apology to Kendrick Lamar for dissing him. Even though Kendrick was yet to react to 7-Minute Drill, many rap fans were disappointed, like we covered in the last video. And today we'll be exploring reactions from rappers. That includes a couple of big names like 50 Cent, Drake, King Crooked, Hoffa, and more. And while many on the internet are waiting for Joe Budden's reaction, since from the start he had more faith in Cole than Drake after Like That dropped, well, some have called out Joe Budden for doing something similar to what JCole just did, based on how he handled it when Eminem was calling him out on multiple occasions. And we'll get to this one at the latter part of the video, and as usual, I'll be looking forward to your thoughts in the comments. So starting with Hoffa's reaction to JCole apologizing. Well, if you recall, he was one of the rappers who was disappointed with 7-Minute Drill. In fact, he added back then that the track was a failure going by the standards of hip-hop diss tracks, and of course, his take sparked debates. So when Cole apologized, he took to Twitter to remind all those who disagreed with his take. He posted, "All that arguing y'all did," laughing emojis. And since he was asked about why people are so thirsty for blood in hip-hop, Hoffa cleared it up with, "Cause his bro sent a shot. If y'all bros and your bro sends a shot, then it is friendly competition. If we slap boxing, we slap boxing. Nothing to be emotional about, cause we having fun. Would you apologize for trying to win a one-on-one basketball game?" It is not like Kendrick Lamar was calling for them to have a shootout on the street. This is about rapping. And for those pushing the narrative that the people are hungry for negativity, we got this from Lil Duval. "The whole reason we liked the Kendrick and JCole beef was because we knew it was friendly competition. Nobody saw it as bad energy or negative, so F out of here with that narrative." And King Crooked is now wondering if hip-hop fans will let this slide, just like they did with rappers being exposed for using ghostwriters. Check it out. "Once upon a time, exposing your rivals having ghostwriters in a diss song was damaging, and then it wasn't. Forfeiting feels damaging now, but will it be?" And some came for King Crooked with takes like, "Drake never had ghostwriters."
You serious?
To which King Crooked fight back with, "And Cole never forfeited. See how fast things are rewritten in this era of rap?" And King Crooked addressed the recurrent narrative, as when a user stated, "We've lost a lot of rappers, and when they die, where's the unity? They can tear each other down and everybody applauds. The man and father of me understands Cole, but the love of the sport tells me Cole let Nas down." And Crook responded, "Absolutely, bro. I respect any man trying to align with higher self. But this was only gonna be words, not bullets, in my opinion." And Detroit rapper Lazarus believes, "Can't deny Cole's ability and skill set, but this move pushed the whole competitive culture back a bunch of steps. The rap game needs to go back into the freezer to stiffen up." But Chicago rapper Mick Jenkins didn't hold back. He reacted with this, "As a rapper's rapper, as a competitor, I am surprised, I am disgusted, I am disappointed." Oh, he had more. "Come on, bro. Can't be rapping that nobody can F with you, and the only other dude they compare you to consistently challenge you and expect everyone to be accepting your reasoning for bowing out? I'm not dense as a man, I respect it, but that's where it stops." Like what? Even King Crooked admitted that during his time with Slaughterhouse, a move like this would be unacceptable. He even added, "My city wouldn't let me live it down, LOL. Long Beach is different." And from battle rapper Kid Chaos, "I respect Cole for standing on his own principles. For real, that's hard to do when the world wants you to do something different. But dog, you've had numerous verses saying how you the best, and with all the smoke, your first legit battle, and you apologize?" Facepalm emoji. Just say you're not trying to directly compete from the jump, and none of this is as contradictory of an issue. He was better off ignoring Kendrick's Like That or waiting for Kendrick's response to Drake's rumored diss track that is on the way, because I doubt that he'll be apologizing if his Kendrick diss opened to positive reviews from fans and rappers. Would Kendrick still be his brother if 7-Minute Drill was being hailed as a top tier diss track? And here's a question for you guys, one that blew up on Twitter. If JCole was my favorite rapper for the last 15 years, tonight would that make me wonder if it was worth it laughing my bum off? And 50 Cent is shocked by this report of JCole apologizing. He reacted with, "What the F? How I missed this? At JCole, call my phone right now." And this blew up under Cole let 50 down crying emoji. Cole pretty much assassinated his claim to GOAT status, and boy, DJ Akademiks spilled some tea about Drake's reaction. But before we get to that, he's been let down by JCole, as he's been straight disrespectful to Cole, and even some rappers have spoken out about AK's disrespect. But first, check out some snippets.
How the you apologizing to who got to jump to get on the monkey bars at the playground? This not the hip hop I like. Get Kendrick, get this JCole on out of here, man. Go make All My Life Part 2. Get the out of here with this. You're not built for it. Only time we seen some happen quicker was Diddy selling that lawsuit, and he was, come on. This backpedal moonwalk, what the does Kendrick got on you? From here on out, the big three. Let that go ride his bicycles. This bitch never wanted to be the best. Y'all try to convince him that he had the talent to be the best. He was being the 12th man in Ghana playing basketball. I didn't even know to play basketball in Ghana. Y'all convinced us when he been told you he had no passion for this. He ain't got no passion for this soft as baby. I blame all y'all. In Ghana, once he stopped rapping, I keep telling you about these. This must have thought he was Michael Jordan when Michael Jordan quit basketball to go play like baseball. This nigga came back cosplaying as the top rapper and only did a bunch of beta male bullshit.
And boy, even King Cricket's associates, the Shoe Gang, shared this in response to AK going off on JCole. Akademiks is entitled to his opinions, but whether he's using satire or any other over-the-top style of expression, the dude should definitely try to be more respectful when speaking of a hip-hop legend like Cole. Calling Cole a F dude and a B is wild, and Drake has reportedly reacted to this situation a couple of times. For instance, this was backstage during his last show. The rap game will never be at peace. There will always be competition, and as long as there's competition, there will never be peace. Everyone wants to be the one, and according to AK, this was allegedly Drake's response to JCole apologizing to Kendrick Lamar.
I sent the video of what this fuck nigga did. Said, well, please don't do no like this. Please don't apologize or do no weird. I've defended you. I've argued because I've liked your music for over a decade. Please. He said, I can't fucking believe you would pull up and say some like that to me. You must not know me, nigga.
And speaking on Joe Budden, since he had more faith in JCole than Drake from the get-go, only for JCole to forfeit to Kendrick Lamar, users on the web are now expecting a reaction like this from Joe Budden.
Shut the fuck up in 2024. You sound dumb.
But some have called him out for doing the same thing JCole just did to an extent when he used an excuse to avoid battling Eminem. Check this out. One of Joe Budden's biggest mistakes was not leaving quote retirement for a moment to battle Eminem. That would have been huge for hip-hop. M was fired up, and calling him outside, he was ready to go. But while this user believes it was a mistake, others believe Joe Budden knew what he was doing. Budden knew if he lost to Eminem, it would be the end of his podcasting career, and everyone would write him off. He saved his career by not battling him, and I implore you to never forget that while JCole is getting clowned for hiding behind his quote peace of mind to avoid battle with Kendrick, Joe Budden's excuse to avoid battle with Eminem was even more pathetic in my opinion, since he hid behind retirement. If he's fit enough to do a podcast and scream,
Shut the fuck up in 2024. You sound dumb.
he is fit enough to rap. So it would be interesting to see his take on JCole, knowing what we know about him, as the same way Cole's been rapping about being the best, Joe Budden was ranting about being better than Eminem, only for him to fold like JCole when Eminem called him out. And I'll be looking forward to your thoughts. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more, and see you on the next one.